A poor beggar is sleeping when a dishonest and greedy boy comes there. Taking advantage of the beggar's sleep, he quietly steals all the money from the beggar's box and walks away. In reality, the beggar is not actually asleep. He sees the boy's greedy act and feels sad for him. Then the beggar takes out some money from his pocket, puts half of it back into his box, and pretends to sleep again. After a short while, a woman passes by and is surprised to see the money in the beggar's box. She too turns out to be dishonest and greedy. Taking advantage of the beggar's supposed sleep, she quietly steals all the money and leaves. The poor beggar gets up and says to himself, "Everyone is dishonest and greedy." Once again, he takes out some money from his pocket, places it in the box, and pretends to sleep. A little later, another woman comes by. She looks around and then picks up the money from the beggar's box, but instead of stealing it, she wakes him up and says, "These are your coins lying here while you're sleeping." The beggar sits up, and the woman kindly sits beside him and says, "You were sleeping with your money lying out like this. What if someone had stolen it?" Then she gives the beggar some money from her own pocket and leaves. The poor beggar appreciates her kindness and honesty. In fact, all three of them, the greedy boy, the dishonest woman, and the honest woman, were there for a job interview in the same office. After a while, an office assistant arrives and says, "For now, please have some food. When your interviews begin, I'll come and call you." Saying this, he leaves. Hearing this, the three of them start eating together. Meanwhile, that same beggar walks into the office and says, "I'm very hungry. Please give me some food." Hearing this, the dishonest and greedy boy gets angry, folds his bread, and throws it at the beggar's face. The kind and honest woman immediately stops him and says, "What are you doing? Don't do that. It's wrong." But the arrogant and greedy boy doesn't listen and pushes the poor beggar away. Once again, the kind woman stops him, picks up some bread and a few bananas from the table, gives them to the beggar, and politely says, "Please go for now. I'll talk to you outside." The poor beggar quietly leaves. Seeing this, the dishonest woman angrily says to the kind woman, "How dare you give our food to that beggar?" The kind woman replies, "Your food is still here. I gave him my share, the one I was going to eat." Just then, the office assistant returns and says, "I hope you all enjoyed the meal. I should tell you that your interviews have already been conducted." They all look shocked. The assistant continues, "Now, the final decision will be made by the owner himself." Then he leaves. After a short while, the owner of the office arrives, and to everyone's surprise, it is the same beggar they met outside, the one whom the greedy boy and dishonest woman mistreated and even stole from. The owner says, "The beggar you saw outside was actually me. I wasn't really asleep. I wanted to test your honesty, to see who among you was honest, kind, and compassionate, because that's the kind of person I need in my office." Since the truth was now clear, the owner fired the dishonest boy and the greedy woman from the interview process. Then he selected the kind and honest woman for the job because of her compassion and honesty. Indeed, it's true. Honesty is the best policy. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share the video.